So what's up, YouTube? I've really been thinking about doing this for a long time. Um, I've been dieting and exercising, trying to lose weight pretty heavily for, I don't know, somewhere around 7 or 8 months now. Maybe 9, I'm not sure. I've been really nervous about doing this. Some kind of a weight loss tips, diary sort of thing, but so far I've been pretty steadily successful. The internet is a mean place, and it's got me to where I wasn't really sure if I'm going to do this, and this may be the only one of these I even do. I know I'm not exactly like skinny yet. This will be a longer video than some. My little story here is that I got extremely sick about halfway through high school. I mean, just being cautious, they wanted me to stay inside a lot, and even if I went outside, I had to wear a mask, things like that. I was extremely sick for about 3 years. Put on a lot of weight, started a lot of new habits. And I'd always played video games my whole life up until that point, but then I really got into them and started doing the whole reviewing games on YouTube and all that, and really started putting on the pounds and gained. I mean, I was like 190 at my height, and I am 6'3", mind you. I was like 180, 190 when I was playing soccer and stuff then, and I got up to 300, 310 pounds, somewhere around there. And my mom was diagnosed with stage 4 colon liver cancer. She's still fighting it, second round right now, and she is my inspiration for all of this, honestly. And that was the point, because the doctors flat out said that if she hadn't have been in the health that she was, because she's always been very healthy eater, everything, that if she wasn't in the health she was, the surgery required to even remove the mass of cancer that was inside of her, there wouldn't have been a chance. She couldn't have survived the surgery. So I started thinking, wow, there's cancer on both sides of my family. I got to get ready for this, because it's going to hit me one day or another, and I'm going to have to fight it. And I'm not going to let it get me, and I will fight it just as hard as my mom has and still is fighting it. This is a whole pretty deep YouTube video. I've never done anything this serious before. This is weird. Everybody has to have a reason to lose weight. As far as my experience is, you can't just, that's kind of the point here, you can't just say, man, I really would love to be thin. Everybody would. Name one person out there who's like, God, I love being fat. I love all of my chins. This one is Johnny. This one, no, no. I would purposely, when I was really, really heavy, not kidding, I would purposely walk with my chin like this to stretch it out a little. It's hard. It is. If you're watching this and you're trying to start losing some weight, I feel you. I've been there and still am. I mean, I'm not exactly like, I still got some fat, man. I know what it's like, and it's tough, and people look at you funny, and it sucks because people say, well, go exercise. It's tough when you have 100 pounds plus on you to get out and exercise. So the thing that I started doing, so that I didn't waste a ton of money, I got on Craigslist and got me a Mongoose XR 100, I think. A ridiculously heavy full suspension bike. So I did that. I paid $50 for it. It needed a chain and a seat. So altogether I put like $80, $85 into this bike, so that I wouldn't be out a ton of money when I went, yeah, that was fun, a month. No, I mean, I know by high-end like cycling standards this is nothing, but in a pretty short period of time I put like 350, 400 miles on this bike. And I was really getting into it, but wearing that bike out and wanting to go around and try some actual trails. Not anywhere you live, but if you really seriously start hunting, there are trails. That's just one thing. If you're wanting to try mountain biking, do some looking. The best thing you can do to find trails, go to a bike shop and just say, hey man, I'm looking for some places to ride, where can I go? And boy, they will love to tell you about it. You find a good bike shop. Mountain biking just for some reason has one of the coolest groups of people around it. I then decided, maybe I should start trying to diet, because I wasn't losing a ton of weight because I was just biking. I was keeping my old eating habits. Biggest thing I can say that I did that helped me was I do not drink soda anymore at all. I drink mostly water, and if I need something with flavor, I'll drink like Crystal, the Crystal Light. The off-brand ones work just as good. But just those kind of things that are 0 calorie drinks. You got to watch it because a lot of the flavors of Crystal Light are loaded with aspartame. Aspartame, for those who don't know, is rat poison, and that's why Diet Coke is actually worse for you than regular Coke. Aspartame can cause headaches, drowsiness. It can make your sides hurt. Um, After you adjust out of soda, it's very hard to do. It took me about a month of really seriously just swearing it off completely. But once you adjust out of drinking soda, and that is the biggest first step you can make, and it makes such a big difference, seriously. If I was to sit down and seriously drink like a 12-ounce can of soda right now, I really don't think I'd be able to keep it down. The couple times that I've been like, yeah, I could go for a Coke. I could really go for a Coke right now. I'll drink that much out of one of the really little, like, 79-cent bottles or whatever, and my stomach just kills me. Another thing that I've done, just, I mean, it's, again, this is like when you are ready to lose weight, stop eating fast food. It's so bad for you. If you really, and I don't watch my calories and stuff like religiously, but if you just watch your calories for like 1 week, a good app to try that with is actually called Map My Ride. It's actually for bicycling and hiking and tracking and all that, but it also has a nutrition portion of it. And you just type in, there's other apps that do it, but it seems to do it really well. Just type in like Hardee's sausage biscuit, whatever, and it brings up a full calorie sheet like you would see on the back of a label at, you know, whatever your local grocery store or whatever. And it'll tell you what's in stuff. And stuff that I was just thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna go get me 2 sausage biscuits and a soda. Like that was my habit every morning before before I would head to class or before I'd head to work or whatever. And that's just a generic example, but I mean, it's so easy through fast food to eat 7,000 calories in a day and not even realize it. I mean, it's so bad for you. And that's another thing. Once your body adjusts out of it, it's not hard to stay with it. There's been a couple times where I've been with some friends or whatever who are just, yeah, let's go to McDonald's, I'll be like, yeah, I don't really want to, but I'm really hungry. So I'd be like, yeah, I'll take a double cheeseburger. That much of a shock on your system if you're not used to just that insane amount of grease and sodium and cat or whatever they use, I don't know, leftover horse meat, I don't know, whatever it is they put in those things, it makes you sick. It really does. Just the thought of going and having like a double cheeseburger or something like that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with going to like, you know, a steakhouse and getting a good burger every now and then, but fast food is bad for you. Swear it off. It'll help you a ton. I so far have I lost 50 pounds, and then winter hit, and then you've got, you know, your Thanksgiving and your Christmas type meals and things like that, and just winter in general where you can't get out and ride or hike or run or walk, whatever it is. I mean, if you got a gym, that's really great. But the winter time, I put back maybe 10 pounds back on, maybe a little less, 8 pounds, something like that. I've lost about half that, which the weather's really just finally starting to turn here. And since I'm really into mountain biking, this whole April rain crap we got going on makes it difficult. But I really seriously, I honestly don't doubt that by the time next winter rolls around, I will have finally hit my goal, which is to get down under 220. Beyond that, it's just gravy, whatever, that's cool. But I really want to get back down there. Another thing, don't be discouraged by thinking, and I'll do a little bit more in-depth video about this, but don't think that you have to lose and get down to being just a paper thin, rock hard abs athlete to get out and enjoy, and actually just enjoy whatever thing it is. That's another thing. Do not try to lose weight by saying, I'm going to go to the gym every day, or I'm whatever. Find something you enjoy. Find something, bicycling, kayaking, canoeing, anything. Some kind of disc golf. That's a lot of fun, actually. Me and my wife have really got into playing that quite a bit. Find activities outdoors that you enjoy, and you will start losing weight. Because guess what? If you're outside and you're busy and you're using your hands to do whatever, you can't be eating. My biggest battle in this whole thing is I love food. Who doesn't? Who doesn't love food? If you're overweight, chances are you like food. You don't get overweight just by being lazy, because you can sit around all you want, and if you don't eat too much, you're not really going to put on a whole lot of weight. I know people that do absolutely nothing, and they're just skin and bone. They don't eat that much. On average, you should lose 2 to 3 pounds a week at the most. That means that if you've got 100 pounds to lose, You need to plan on taking like a year to lose that weight, which is where I'm at on this. Overall, at the rate I'm going, it'll take me about a year and a half to lose all the weight that I'm trying to lose. And I'm halfway there. So, I guess I'll end this video now. Thanks for watching. And no make fun, okay? I will disable the comments if I have that problem on these, because I'm not going to deal with that crap anymore. Good God, I'm going to have to edit this video down. 22 minutes of recording.